Another day, another video collaboration event it seems. This time it's Avatar, celebrating, I don't actually know off the top of my head at this point, but we're celebrating something, and that's important, and you should check out the full playlist with a bunch of Avatar creators at the link down below. Question for you though is, what is your favourite scene in Legend of Korra? Which villain does it feature, potentially? Tell me down below. And there's no room for Korra hate here. This is a Korra love space. We're talking about our favourite brilliant scenes from the series, and I have chosen Korra and Zaheer's final fight. Korra has just been poisoned in hopes that they can induce the Avatar state and kill her, ending the Avatar cycle permanently. The ultimate unchecked authority of the world brought low. But I've always loved just how much of a testament to the raw power of the Avatar state this fight is. I mean, we've seen the Avatar state turn things around before, you know, Aang was cornered on the back foot, but the moment he entered the Avatar state, the fight was over, really, wasn't it? Ozai was done, he was chasing him through the skies. You and your forefathers have devastated the balance of this world. You know the drill. He is an absolute Chad when he's got the Avatar state going on. Ozai knew something was following him, and it was death. But Aang wasn't poisoned at that point, was he? You know, he wasn't constantly fighting, being on the verge of death as he fought through the sky like Korra does here. Even as the poison runs through her veins, destroying her body from the inside out, Korra is still flying after Zaheer and unleashing devastating attack after devastating attack, lifting half a mountain, fire blasts and water whips from a mile away. And let's not forget that flying on its own is shown to be a real feat. In the original series, we only see a couple of characters ever manage to do it. Even Azula hasn't really been shown that she can fly off the bat. She can just sort of push herself into a cliff. Korra is unimaginably powerful. So even when Korra's own body is fighting against her, Zaheer does not stand a chance at all. And he knows it. It is a waiting game for him. I hope the poison kills her before she kills me. And she gets close. And let's remind you that throughout the series, Zaheer has actually bested her multiple times, but even he knows that when faced with the Avatar state, nah, I'm out, I'm checking out, I'm going, there's no chance here. But I don't think the scene is just really about the Avatar state, not for me. I don't think it's just a testament to that. It is a testament to Korra as a person herself. If there is one thing that defines Korra across her story, it is that she does not give up. When she's up against some serious competition, she is a ruthless adversary. I am one of those people that if I'm trying to do something just on my own, then I'm okay, I might do fine, but as a kid, if you set me against someone else in a race or a competition, if I was comparing myself to someone else, if I was putting myself up against them, someone even slightly better than me, then I could do things that I didn't think I was capable of. And Korra is just the same. It is never over until she says it's over. Her skills and power come out most vividly when the odds are against her, because giving up is just never an option. If she was wise, and Korra is not wise all of the time, let's just admit it, then she would have used this moment to get out and away from Zaheer and hope to push herself out of the Avatar state in case she died. But that need to prove herself, her anger at Zaheer would never let her do that. And when you're frustrated with Zaheer as you get to this point in the series, you just love to see it. I did. It's admirable in its own way. It shows a persistence and determination that, hear me out, I'm not sure that Aang ever demonstrated. Not that he didn't have it necessarily, but we just never quite see it. You know, Aang had struggles, absolutely, especially personal moral conflicts where a lot of that struggle comes from because he's a real prodigy, you know, for most of the time in other ways, but he didn't actually lose that much throughout the series. You know, the most visible moment is that he nearly dies in Ba Sing Se. Azula strikes him with lightning, and he does dwell on that and fear it and have nightmares about it. But beyond that, he doesn't really dwell that much on being beaten over and over by his enemies. And most of the times, he manages to sidestep or avoid the conflict, or someone helps him, you know. Whereas Korra, across her story, loses a lot. She is repeatedly thrashed and has deeply personal things taken from her that leave her with real scars, physical and psychological. To me, Korra gets knocked down over and over again, but what makes her who she is that she gets up again every damn time, and nothing epitomizes that to me in her character than this fight with Zaheer, where every fibre of her being is telling her to give up, and she refuses. I mean, even when the poison forces her, when her body capitulates against her will, she slams down to the ground, broken in this last moment, she still lashes out against Zaheer just to drag him down to the ground with her. You're not going anywhere. And I think that is pretty cool about her character. Again, it's not that Aang didn't face setbacks and push on, but I think that is a much bigger part of Korra's story than his. Aesthetically, there's also this awesome symmetry between this fight against Zaheer and Aang's fight against Ozai, you know? They aren't set in the same place, but the geography, I think, is intentionally similar. You know, there's these giant pillars of stone, which is a pretty distinctive artistic choice. We then have the airbender on the run, like Aang was, fleeing an insurmountable opponent, except it's in the reverse here. The Avatar is the one in control. That's the fear that's being created. The way that Zaheer is imprisoned is kind of similar to that of Ozai. It all seems to me kind of a callback to this moment, but in reverse, which is just a really interesting way, again, of contrasting Aang and Korra. The fight is also just a brilliant culmination of the story threads in this season up till this moment. You know, Janora's growth as an airbender, leading into this whirlwind that she creates with the others, and it's the first real show of airbender power in 170 years, which, again, the series is about the resurgence of air nomad culture and personhood. You know, it's about them learning to work together. So, yeah, I love this scene. I think it's just a great thing artistically and aesthetically. It's very cool, and I love Korra as a character. But do tell me down below, what is your favourite scene? Stay nerdy, and I will see you in the future.